Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. Today we are talking about pocket notebooks and why and how you can use them. If you're new to the channel, I mainly talk about productivity applications, but sometimes I do videos on notebooks because I really like notebooks, and most of my productivity is actually done around notebooks. So I have brought this traveler's notebook regular size and also the traveler's notebook in pocket size, because these are the most versatile ones and the ones I bring with me almost everywhere I go. So both of these function a little bit like a pocket notebook. This is an actual pocket notebook. I literally have this in my pocket, but I wanted to show some of the things I do here and also some of the things that I don't do, and that I probably will at some point try out. So we are talking about how you can use your pocket notebooks, but let's start with why. One of the main reasons is to limit the time you spend on this. This is my phone, and I probably spend too much time on it, like many others. And I would find myself like grabbing my phone to write something down, and before I knew it, I was on every social media out there. Now I don't have social media on my phone, but I use my pocket notebooks for most of the stuff that most of the productive stuff that I used to use my phone for. So that is one of the main reasons, but there are other ones as well. This could become a new hobby, which is great to have a hobby outside of the screen, which again brings us back to the screen. That is what notebooks has been for me, a hobby that doesn't have anything to do with screens. And it can also be just a fun experience and like a good experience. Just the tactile feel of writing something down can be a good experience in itself. It is proven that if you write something with pen and paper, it is much more easy to remember it. So that is some of the reasons. Now let's talk about what you can use or how you can use it. So I have multiple different ones. And we will go through mine first, and then I can talk a little bit about other things that I haven't actually tested out, but I know that people have used. So this is my first notebook. This is a catch-all. Basically, what this means is that everything is written inside of here. I just capture things in here. That's the main point of this notebook. If I have an idea, if I have a task, if I want to write something down, it goes in here first before I move it either into a different notebook or even into something digital or my project management tool at work or whatever it is. But it starts with this capture notebook or catch-all notebook, you can call it both. In here I do weekly reviews, so I post on social media, so I use this to like write down how many followers I have, probably a sentence or two about how the week has gone. But you could use this for tracking your habits. So instead of doing social media, you could track a habit every day or every week. So how many times did you read this week? Did you go for a walk as many times as you wanted to? Things like that. So you can actually do habit tracking. I mainly do functional journaling in these, but you could draw and like draw diagrams and use stickers and do a lot of decorative stuff. I don't, but you could. So that is one other thing I use my notebooks for. This one I haven't actually used, but this would be good for something like long form journaling or short form journaling in this pocket version. But I have actually had a journal like this in one of my earlier pocket notebooks, because sometimes when people start to journal, a whole page, even something like this, might feel like a lot. So just having the pocket one might make it easier for you to actually start journaling and write a page, and you won't have that same fear of the blank page, because the page is just so much smaller. So that is one thing you can do with this. And that is what I've been using previously. This one right here is actually a work bullet journal. So you could do bullet journaling in Pocket as well. I know that the team behind bullet journaling and Ryder Carroll has like a Pocket journal, and if you open it like this, it turns into an A5. So that is something you could do. You could actually do just your regular bullet journaling in here. Let me also show you my regular size, because you can do all of the things I do in the regular size in here as well. So let me just go ahead and open this. This is the Love and Trip one that I bought. I think it's 6 months ago now. So let's go over this. So this one I use for two things. This is my thinking book. So I will draw mind maps. I will work on ideas. I will have discussions with myself in this notebook. The other thing I use it for, which I probably should use a Pocket one for instead because it makes more sense, is for things like consumption journaling or just a consumption tracker. So every time I read something, I want to write a couple of sentences about it or a paragraph. The same goes for when I watch a movie or watch a series or watch a longer YouTube video or read a longer article, because a lot of the time when I watch, read, or watch or read something, I often end up forgetting what I'm reading. So that is something I want to become better at. So this is great for that as well, but I will probably move it into a Pocket. You could write poetry in here. I do that. So I have this insert here for poetry. I I've just always enjoyed writing poetry, and it doesn't have to be poetry. It can be things like drawing, because you can actually get like pocket or small size sketchbooks. So you could draw in here. The last thing I do is that I have a common place for quotes in here, which you could also do. It doesn't even need to be a common place for quotes. It could be a common place for other things. You could have subject specific notebooks in here. Like if you have a subject and you're a little scared of starting a notebook for it, but you like the idea of having everything about the subject in one notebook, you could actually do a Pocket notebook about this. And I especially like it for things like commonplacing. I like it a lot for consumption journaling, because I won't necessarily always have this or a bigger A5 journal with me when I'm watching a movie, or when I'm going for a walk and listening to a podcast or an audiobook, or when I'm just sitting at my desk. I probably will not have this every time, but I always have this. Or when I'm sitting at a coffee shop. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I really like this because it is so easy to just grab it and write something down, and it doesn't compete with my other notebooks. It mainly competes with my phone. So there you have it, a couple of ways you could use a Pocket notebook. But basically, you could probably use a Pocket notebook like any other notebook, but I really love the form of a Pocket one because it is small and I can have it in my pocket.